you, my friend. And this is kind of weird because I would say 99% of the time when you and I do interviews, it's in person somewhere around Toronto. And, of course, whenever you're traveling around Toronto, A, in style, B, always looking good, and C, fans are always coming up to hug you and take pictures and stuff like that. Different world these days, my friend. The cars got to be parked. You got to be at home, so it doesn't really have to matter how you dress. And also, man, social distancing, so not being able to get to the fans. How are you holding up right now throughout this pandemic?
First of all, always a pleasure talking to you, my friend. And I wanted to call on time because sometimes I'm late for your intro, and I feel so bad. So today I was like 11 sharp. I'm calling him. I'm waiting like 5 minutes before. I'm doing well, man. I'm hanging in there. Obviously, you know, it's a different kind of world, but I've been adapting. I started doing some TikToks, you know, inspiring people. I did some parody videos like Corona World instead of A Whole New World by like the Aladdin song. I did a parody of Say So by Doja Cat called Stay Home, which went viral on TikTok. So, you know, man, just, you know, adapting to new things. I'm in the studio as well. So this is the other thing. I'm one of the lucky ones because I get to make I've got my job in my home. So I've got my studio here. I'm working on the album. The single release is today, City of Lies. The album, which is called Night of the Wolf, comes out in September. I'm learning how to cook. I'm learning how to do chores around the house. I'm learning new skills, tutorials. So it's not all that bad. However, you know, we want everyone to be safe. And so we're probably doing the right thing by staying indoors.
Absolutely. Look, I wasn't worried about you calling late because I did catch your Instagram story, giving the list of the people you were going to talk to. And
yes.
Folks, he did this as soon as he woke up. No lie. You can check it out on my man's Instagram or my own. So not a worry there. But how are you going to handle once this is lifted? I've been asking a few celebrities like yourself because you are very fan-friendly. You will take pictures with people. You will give hugs, autographs. How are you? Are things going to be different once this is lifted?
You know what? They are. That's the truth, okay? The truth is we have to keep our distance. Look, I learned something new. I never used to wash my hands this much. I never used to be as germaphobe, I guess you could say. But I've noticed I used to get, you know, once in a while, you know how you get the flu every year, you know, you get it once or every 2 years you get it once or twice or whatever. I think if you wash your hands the way you know, and you be careful this way, you might not even catch anything, you know. So I don't know. We'll have to see, man. It all depends on the vaccines. There's a breakthrough that came up yesterday. Dr. Fauci was talking about that. I follow some of the stuff. So there seems to be a breakthrough with some kind of drug. So, and it helps people recover. It's called Remdesivir or whatever it's called. Anyway, so we'll see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see on that, my friend. But, you know, going into the music, one thing I have noticed, towards the end of 2019 and leading into 2020, you've released a lot of singles. Not so much as albums or EPs, but singles. Why is that?
You know what? I'm just checking the scope, man. I've got so much music here in my library. Like I literally, if I wanted to release like 7 albums, I could. You know, I've got enough music. So, but I'm testing the to be honest, testing the you know, the climate out there. You know, what are people feel? What's the vibe? Because music has become literally universal. Anybody can like anything. Like literally, a person who likes hip hop music could also go to a country show. Do you know that? That's kind
Absolutely.
of the world we live in. It's insane. So I did it more of an experiment, man. I'm experimenting, but now I've got my focus and I've got the album coming and I know where I'm going with it. So it was more of a trial and error on certain things, to be honest with you. And at the same time, I was writing for other artists too.
What's the album going to feel like? You've already said that you could release 7 albums right now, but with this pandemic going on right now, will there be maybe some songs that you are writing as we speak? Because, again, it's a different world, it's a different field. Do you think some of those songs may end up on this album?
I think so. You know, I'm not the parody type. You know, I do these parody things just for social media. So, you know, I'm not like Weird Al Yankovic or whatever, you know, to make songs and make an album that way. but those are sometimes, that's how I put, like, I really get serious in those parodies. It's funny. My lyrics are really not down to earth, but more, not relatable even, but just real with the times when I do those parodies. But I'm not that kind of artist, so I don't know what it's going to sound like fully. I've only got like 2-3 songs on this new album. It's definitely a new sound for me. However, I'm going back to my 80s roots, and it's going to have that feel for sure.
What's the new single called, and what's the single about?
So, City of Lies is the title, and pretty much the song is to me, it's a relationship gone wrong song. And at the time, I had a real relationship that was for a long time, and then it ended abruptly, not my decision, and it made me, it hurt me. Like, I've never felt kind of the anxiety ever in my life that I felt from that breakup. And all I wanted was to hear a lie. I don't care if it was, just tell me that you didn't do that, or tell me that you still want to stay, or, you still want to make this work. So even if you lie to me, just don't give me that anxiety, because I can't handle it. Like, I literally can't handle it. And regarding this COVID-19 quarantine life that we live right now, I feel like it's still relatable, because at the end of the day, we just want to have someone tell us that everything's going to be okay. Everything's going to be fine. Even if it's a little, like, not, it's like when a mom and dad, when you were younger, and they just say, everything's going to be okay. It's hard, man. People are going through tough times right now, not financially only, but like mental health wise. It's like the anxiety of not knowing what the future holds, and are we going to get sick? Are we not? Is it going to come back? Even if you get sick and you recover, do you get better? Does it return? So there's a lot of anxieties, and it's hard for people. So I think just letting people know that everything's going to be okay, whether it's fully the truth or not, that's pretty much what the song is about.
That's incredible, my friend. Is this, when people see you on the street, when people see you at events, when people see you on stage,
when they used to see me,
when they used to see you, there you go. You always showed strength, power, and love. This, in a lot of ways, is the first time you're showing vulnerability. Was that tough for you to make that decision to show that part of yourself?
It always has been. It always has been. But Rudy, to be honest with you, because I'm self-isolated, and I almost feel like I'm, in the Truman Show meets Castaway. Like, I'm talking to cameras and phones all day. Like, I don't even really have a human to really interact with. I mean, from the pure human form and interaction form, it's all digital, and like, I'm talking to a screen, So it's changing me. Do you understand? This is changing me. I don't know, for the better, for the worse. It's making me real about who I am. It's really bringing me, it's weird. It could be, I'm not saying it's a blessing in disguise, but it's definitely an enlightenment for me.
Definitely is. I think it is for a lot of people. So now when you see shows where, like, for example, in prisons, when people are put in isolation for a long period of time, we're going through a tough time just being in our homes. Imagine now something like that. We're also getting a taste of that. So, yeah, there's so many different aspects in life right now that we're touching on that I think is going to change a lot of people. Another thing that's changing, too, of course, is they're talking about there may not be live shows until 2021. So in the meantime, are you going to be, as I know you're on social media, as you've spoken about a lot, will you be doing any live stream performances?
Yeah, I think we've been in discussions right now. So first of all, we're I don't know if people know this, but we're on a e-tour. So basically, I'm staying home, performing my single on TV, on radio, on your show, to millions out there. I mean, literally, we're doing like as if I would go into a studio. That's kind of how we're building it. I built the studio that way, so I set up I've got a set here. I'm acting like the engineer. I'm doing the set design. It's crazy. You have to be able to adapt in this time, because it's not going to happen until 2021 potentially, right? So we are in discussions. Actually, my manager called me yesterday and told me that there's this company, this agency that wants to book a tour with me for like a 30-minute show each, live here from my place, and just broadcast it. So I don't know. I'm open to it. I love having my guys with me, like my bandmates, my drummer, my keyboard player, my DJ, Romeo, those guys. Like, I don't have any of those guys. So it's going to be on my own. That's a little boring for me, to be honest with you, just to enjoy it. But if it's making people happy and whatnot, I can find joy in that too. And
that's what you've always been about, my friend. Where do we go to follow you on social media?
Everything is Karl Wolf, so KarlWolf at the end. So everything from Instagram to TikTok to you name it.
Karl, thanks for making time for me, my friend. Look, please be safe. Looking forward to hearing the new single for fans. Looking forward for the album to come out. But more importantly, man, I'm so looking forward to being at a club with you, being at a concert with you, watching you perform, doing backstage interviews, red carpets, all the stuff that we've done in the last 20 and some odd years, and looking forward to doing it more.
It will happen. It will happen.
All right, my friend, you take care. Big love to you.
All right, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.